How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So since this channel is called Chris Spooner Motoring, it's all about cars and bikes, but one of the more boring aspects of motoring is all the kind of administration and legal stuff you've got to deal with. I've just received my renewal for my car insurance, so I thought I'd record the process of me looking up different quotes. These days, these companies, they don't even seem to be trying anymore. My last renewal was, where was it? £421.49, and this time it's gone up to £503. So first things first, they've put the price up. Secondly, it's not even auto renewing, so they're not even trying to capture those like people who are too lazy to look for alternative quotes. And they've even said that you may be able to get the insurance cover you want at a better price if you shop around. So they're even prompting me to look elsewhere. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to browse through all the comparison sites, get some quotes, and offer some tips in the process of how you can get the cheapest car insurance possible in the UK, by the way. So let's start off. Google car insurance. So first thing you want to do is just click on all these various comparison sites that we have nowadays. So much easier than the olden days of having to ring round various companies. You can just do it by entering in your details online. So go compare, Money Supermarket, compare the Meerkat. I'll go for Admiral, Confused.com. I'll also try RAC and AXA. And since none of the others can be bothered to do much SEO, I'll just stick with that. That's a fair few to compare. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do this without giving away all my personal details, but let's just give it a try. So if I can remember my reg number. Me and my wife have got this this funny like way of remembering the registration of our new car. She come up with it. Electronic frequency 15 kilohertz KHZ, which is a Hyundai Santa Fe Premium SE CRDI 4-wheel drive 5-door estate automatic diesel. That's our family car. I might do a little review on that at some point in the near future. Look at that, it's brought down price. We bought it for 24. It's depreciated already. We did buy it used, by the way. I let someone else take that initial depreciation hit. So, when did we buy it? Let's have a think. January this year. Oop. Yes, legal owner, yes. Social only, since I work from home, so that's one benefit. I don't have to add commuting on there, so I can just have social only. No need to commute to a single place of work since I'm in it already. I'll just roll out of bed and straight into my little home office. Don't drive in peak times. My name is Chris. 1985, makes me 32, which in theory should get me pretty cheap insurance. You know, you look forward to the days when you're like 17, 18, you look forward to getting to 21 for your insurance to drop. I remember mine had dropped every year up to 21 and then it went up. Yes, I'm a homeowner. One child under 16. Search engine, that's my address, but I'm not going to show you that. Yes, it's kept there overnight. 2 cars in the household, employed. Right, this is another thing I'm going to come back to. You can alter the price by adjusting your occupation. I'm going to leave it at company director at the moment for my Spoon Graphics business, but I might go back and see what that comes out as if I'm a graphic designer, a web designer. And I've even done writer in the past because I run a blog as my full-time job. Writer kind of fits into that, writing about graphic design. So in the past I've managed to get different quotes based on like the different occupations. I think there is a website actually. You can type in your occupation, it gives you other suggestions that you can try for free quotes. UK full license, how long have I had it? Let's have a look on my license. Since 2002, I think, yep. October 2002. How long ago was that? Don't really need to use a calculator for that, but it's at 15 years. No disabilities. How many no claims bonus have I got? Oh, it'd help if it told me somewhere. Your current no claims discount of 9 years. So is that including this last year? Or is that now 10? I'm going to say that's 10 now. Right, let's add a driver. This is the best way to bring your price down, is to add named drivers, especially if you have a wife, girlfriend, mother, some sort of female in your life that you can add, because they tend to have tend to bring your price down with being female for whatever reason. And this particular tip is not applicable to everyone, but I'm really lucky in that I've got a driving instructor as a wife, which brings my insurance down quite a lot. Don't ask me how long she's had hers. It must be 14 years since she's technically like a year younger. 1986 as opposed to 1985. Don't know. No. Oh yes, she does drive my car. Had or caused any accidents, even if no claim, or regardless of blame. So yes. Date of incident. I don't know the date. I think it was 13th of November. Or in fact, it was 2013. So whatever the date was. Driver not at fault. Yeah. Which is annoying because you have to put these things in, and some twat just decided to run into her while she was driving along. He decided to turn into her. It's not something you can really avoid, is it? And before that, she'd got one where she were at a roundabout, a learner driver were driving, and someone just decided to plough into the back of them. But you have to declare these things, and then they put your insurance up because of it. And this weren't even on this car, it weren't even in my insurance. Cover needs to start sometime 29th of September. Comprehensive, £500 excess. Bring that price down. Yes, I'll protect no claims bonus, because if I lose that, then the price is going to go up even more with no claims. That does bring your price down quite a lot, I think. No, I don't want contacting. It's spammed by phone. No, don't need breakdown cover. Not interested in home insurance. Right, let's just see what these quotes come out as. Anything under 500 quid would be good. Look at that. £331. That's my best quote so far. So let's just do the whole same thing on the next one, because they all come out with different prices for some reason. So let me just quickly bring all these details up again. It takes forever, this. You can understand why people just automatically renew it, because it's just a pain in the arse, this thing. Right, let's see what Money Supermarket comes out with. We've already a bit cheaper at 327 from that exact same insurance company. While it's doing that, let's get on with compare the meerkats. Looks like Quote Me Happy are coming out best on all of them so far. Compare the market, can't see the price yet, but it's under 320 quid. Look at that, 309, see what I mean? Same company, gone from, what was it, 330 to 327 to 309. All quotemehappy.com. So let's, shall I bother trying Admiral? Where does Admiral come out on these? Elephant's the same company. Elephant, Admiral, Sheila's Wheels, and Diamond are all the same company. So you can often, like, if you find that they're the cheapest ones, open up all those individual sites separately and do quotes on them all. You'll often find that they all give you different quotes again. So I'll not bother with that one because it's coming out quite expensive anyway. Confused.com, I'll try that one next. Probably come out with that Quote Me Happy again, but I might as well just spend a bit of time and do it. Surprise, surprise, Quote Me Happy once again, and it's not cheaper by £2. So let's go straight on to quotes. Quote Me Happy. And see what it comes out if I do a quote directly. Let's see, car quote. Mr. Chris. How many times do you have to enter all this bloody information? Oh, that was sneaky, wasn't it? Hiding that, keeping you informed bit under there. Tells if you do not want to hear from us. I prefer not to be contacted by email, post, text message or telephone. Thank you very much. So look at that, directly through this company, it's coming out more expensive. Close that one, and we'll play around with Compare the Meerkat a little bit more. Let's go back and change. Oh, hang on, I want to protect me no claims. See if this one were protected actually. Can I tell? Yep, that's protected no claims. So keep that open actually. Close that one. Let's see what Compare the Market comes out as with protected no claims. 324. So Confused.com is actually the winner. So let's go back and can I go back anywhere, please? Edit quote. Let's go back and play around with my job description. Right, so let's try. So I can't even remember what quote were. What was it? Let's try graphic designer. So graphic designers are safer drivers, obviously, than company directors. Let's compare graphic designers with web designers. Web designer. Nope, not an aircraft designer. Web designer. Look at that. Web designers are even safer than graphic designers. 307. Let's compare that with, I wonder if blogger will come up or YouTuber. Let's see. Youth worker? No, not a YouTuber. Blogger? Biologist? What about writer? So I've got £307 to beat. Look at that. Writers. Psh, who'd want to be a writer? Car insurance at £317, eh? I think I'll stick to being a web designer. Hang on a minute. I've just looked back through my emails. I've got a proof of no claims bonus email I've had to send off on a previous insurance from 2015, and that had 11 years on it. So how come these have only given me 9 years? We just say on their little table 9 or more, so I suppose, let's have a think. So if that was 2015, 2 years ago, let's add another 2 to that, so 13 years, no claims. Let's see if that makes a difference to price. Well, same price anyway, it doesn't really matter. So, my quote, I have been quoted happy by quotemehappy.com. £307, much better than £503. So I'll go with that. So just to summarise, best ways to bring down your car insurance. 1, marry a driving instructor. 2, add them to your policy. So if you haven't got a driving instructor handy, that's the number 1 way to bring down your quotes. In fact, let's just compare that. So £307 with my wife. Let's just delete my wife for a minute. Yes, I would like to divorce my wife. Just not take me forever to re-add all that information. So if I didn't have my dearest wife to add onto my policy, I'd be looking at £364. See, so she's worth it. She's worth that 60 quid. Right, let's marry my wife again. Where's she gone? Right, so if you haven't got a driving instructor as a wife, add your girlfriend, mother, grandma. They tend to bring your price down. Also, same with dad, brother, if you've got an older brother, I guess. Although males don't tend to work quite as well. I think fathers probably do, but if you've got any female in your life, then add them to your policy as a named driver. That tends to bring the price down. You can play around with your mileage, but it's always worth keeping, a little bit of a buffer, just so you don't go over that. Because I'm guessing if you did have an accident and they check your MOT records, if you've gone over your annual mileage, they'll use that to kind of wriggle out of it. Let's see. One of the main things we did was play around with the occupation. As we saw, I was initially a company director. Then I changed it to graphic designer, and that brought it down a lot. Then we figured out that web designer was even better than graphic designer, and then you can also go into some more obscure ones like writer in my case, since I'm like a blogger. I could also try things like I don't know, something like in the media industry or something, but you can just end up going on forever. But that brought that price down quite a lot. And then the other thing to play around with is your excess. Obviously your excess is how much you pay up front if you have to make a claim. So it's something you'd be able to afford on demand, like if you out of your normal cash flow. But it's something that will bring your price down quite a lot from your annual quote, so that's something to balance. I like to keep it around about 500 quid, because I could get 500 quid to pay for up front on a claim, but I'd much rather the likelihood of having to claim is a lot lower, fingers crossed, than the safety of having a lower excess but having to pay that higher premium. So I've stuck mine at £500. I've got the compulsory excess on top of that, which is what you have to pay anyway. You can volunteer to pay more, which is £500, so that makes it £580 that I'd have to pay, which makes my cover £307. That's paying annually, by the way. If you can pay it all in one lump sum, that's much better, because otherwise I'd be paying £324. Quick edit, I've actually played around with this voluntary excess and I've dropped it down to £350. At £500 at 307, it's 350, it's 310. So the difference between 430 and 580 is just a £3 difference. So I might as well, in the case of an accident, what's the difference in that? Come on, maths isn't great. Save myself from paying extra 150 quid in the case of an accident just for the sake of paying £3 more. So 310 is my final figure. I'm going to go ahead and accept that quote. I bet some of you younger guys will be scoffing at £307. I can't remember what I think my insurance was in 2002. I think my first one was about £1,200. I think nowadays you're looking at like £3 plus, aren't you? It's crazy. But I hope you enjoyed this little look at car insurance. I hope some of these tips helped out. If you are a young guy and you're looking forward to getting older, fingers crossed your cover will come down. Just make sure you find yourself a good missus, buy a house, have children, and then you can't afford a nice car anyway. So, although saying that, I do like this Hyundai that we've got. It'd be interesting to see when I eventually get my my dream Mustang what quotes that'll come out. I think I've done some before. I think they also come out at around between 300 and 500 quid. So it just goes to show how much difference like age makes. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for sticking through it and watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.